How's it going, YouTube? I want to make a video about something I saw in the news a couple days ago. Apparently, North Carolina's legislature has passed a law, and the governor signed it, that limits laws banning discrimination against LGBT people in their state. And it's kind of a broad topic, but I want to speak specifically about the stipulation that people have to go to the restroom that corresponds to their biological sex and not their make-believe one. And for me, it's just common sense. Like, if you're born a boy, you're a boy. Even if you feel like we are a woman on the inside, well, too bad, you're a boy. Live with it. Um, because, all right, so watching videos about the law, I can see testimony from a transgender woman, who was actually just a dude dressed up like a chick, who was like sobbing into the microphone saying, "Oh, well, it's unsafe for me because I'll be outed as a transgender woman and I'll be subject to harassment and there'll be threats of violence." And while I don't condone violence, I have to say, if you're harassed for being a transgender woman, um, that's your own dumb fault for dressing up like a chick. If you don't want to be harassed, go home, dress up like a dude because you were born a dude. You are a dude. Calling yourself a woman and insisting on having other people use feminine pronouns won't change the laws of biology. So, like I said, just if you don't want to be subject to discrimination, dress like the person you actually are and be normal just like everybody else. You know, Whenever I make this point, and I think it's a pretty obvious common sense point, I get all kinds of hate on the internet. I have people calling me bigoted or transphobic or whatever. And I'm like, look, science is on my side, all right? If we did a DNA test on these people, it would show us what they really are. And as long as you have science on your side, you have the moral high ground.